Hey everyone, Laura from Starz and Barz here, and welcome back to another video. I've got not one, but two juicy music industry stories to discuss today surrounding pop's reigning queens, Taylor Swift and Beyoncé. First up, I'm doing a deep dive into the stats and specs behind their massive 2023 stadium tours. We're talking set lists, costumes, special effects, and more as I break down Taylor's Eras Tour versus Beyoncé's Renaissance Tour. But then I've also got some fresh gossip on the rivalry heating up between the Swifties and the Beyhive. There's debate around Beyoncé's production choices during her recent shows at SoFi Stadium compared to Taylor's. We'll analyze the fan comparisons and the technical factors at play. So get ready for a Taylor versus Beyoncé showdown as we explore their epic tours, as well as the ongoing fanbase feuds. Let's get right into it. As you may have heard, this summer is shaping up to be an epic showdown between pop music's two biggest stars, Taylor Swift and Beyoncé. Their massive stadium tours, Taylor's Eras and Beyoncé's Renaissance, are already breaking records, and they're being called the highest-grossing tours of all time. So let's look at the marathon set lists for these shows. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is a career-spanning spectacle that celebrates her entire discography to date. Spanning 2 years from 2023 to 2024, the average set is a whopping 3 hours and 23 minutes. That allows Taylor to perform a stacked set list of around 46 songs each night. Beyoncé's Renaissance Tour has a shorter run from May to October 2023, which makes sense considering she's also juggling motherhood. Her shows clock in around 2 hours and 30 minutes on average. But those hours are jam-packed. Beyoncé's set includes around 28 of her biggest hits and a few key covers. So when it comes to sheer set length, Taylor takes the trophy for the most songs and most hours of performance. But Beyoncé definitely makes her shorter set count, delivering non-stop energy and entertainment. Now let's talk wardrobe, because both queens are serving looks for days on these tours. Taylor Swift is going through up to 16 fabulous era-themed costumes per show. That's over 40 unique looks for the whole tour. Meanwhile, Beyoncé does around 9 quick changes per concert, showcasing the cutting-edge designs of Ivy Park, Area, and more. Her stylist says she's already worn over 100 different outfits over just 40 shows so far, so both artists are racking up some serious fashion credits. But I've got to say, Beyoncé edges out Taylor here with more couture, more high-fashion moments, and more diverse aesthetics. When it comes to staging, sets, and special effects, both Taylor and Bey pull out all the stops. Taylor's production includes multiple B-stages, trapdoors, surprise cameo elevators, and pyrotechnics. One standout moment is when she performs in a suspended bird cage. Beyoncé's concert feels like you're in a traveling nightclub. There's the kinetic light tunnel, standing water for splashy choreography, and smoke effects. But the highlight is definitely when she flies over the crowd on a giant metallic Pegasus. So in terms of dynamic staging, I'm calling this one a draw. Both artists transform their stadiums into spectacular fantasy worlds. What's a massive concert without some surprise celebrity cameos? Taylor Swift has featured guests like Hayley Williams of Paramore and up-and-coming rapper Ice Spice. She also brings her opening acts on stage for collaborations. Beyoncé's only consistent guest is her daughter Blue Ivy, who shows off her dance skills. But she also had ballroom icon Laomi Maldonado vogue the house down at a recent show. When it comes to surprise guests, I think Taylor takes this one for the sheer number of collaborators and spotlight moments she's created. Now, a tour breakdown wouldn't be complete without addressing the controversies. Taylor made headlines when Ticketmaster catastrophically botched the Eras pre-sale, leaving millions unable to get tickets. Fans were justifiably outraged at the whole debacle. Meanwhile, Beyhive members know that scoring Beyoncé tickets takes speed, skills, and plenty of luck. Her shows sell out instantly, and the secondary market prices are astronomical. So while both artists have their ticket woes, Taylor's ticketing debacle definitely caused the bigger stir this time around. At the end of the day, these are two of the greatest touring artists of our generation, and we're so lucky to have them both blessing us with their talents. While they have different styles and strengths, their music, message, and magic is undeniable. Records will be broken. History will be made, and pop music will never be the same. Speaking of Taylor and Beyoncé's tours, that actually leads nicely into the next topic I want to discuss today. There's been some recent drama heating up between the Swifties and the Beyhive surrounding Bey's shows at SoFi Stadium in LA. As you may know, Beyoncé performed 2 shows at SoFi Stadium last week as part of her Renaissance World Tour. The stadium is a frequent stop for major touring artists, and Taylor Swift had just finished her own run of concerts there a few weeks prior as part of her Eras tour. Well, some fans who attended both Taylor and Beyoncé's concerts at SoFi have been posting comparisons online, claiming that Beyoncé may have cut some corners with her production that Taylor did not. Specifically, they're talking about the giant circular video board that hangs in the middle of the stadium. This video board apparently has massive LED screens all around it, so that even fans in the nosebleeds can clearly see the performer on stage. During Taylor's shows, it seems this entire video board was on the whole time with all screens operational. However, during Beyoncé's concerts, only one monitor on the video board was on while the rest were turned off. Some fans have posted videos showing how Beyoncé was just a tiny speck on stage for those sitting far away, unlike during Taylor's shows when everyone had a good view thanks to that circular video board. Now, this has sparked some debate as to why Beyoncé didn't utilize the entire video board like Taylor did. There's speculation that SoFi actually charges artists and their touring companies to operate those extra monitors, and it isn't cheap. Of course, this is all hearsay, and we don't know for sure if SoFi charges for use of the video board or if that cost gets passed to the artist. I haven't been able to find any hard evidence on SoFi's policies around this, but it does seem to highlight the ongoing fan rivalry between Beyhive and Swifties as they compare these 2 major tours. There's definitely some shade being thrown Beyoncé's way from Taylor fans saying she cut corners during her SoFi shows. I don't want to get too deep into the fanbase drama here, but I do think there are some interesting technical production questions raised. As stadium concert productions get more and more elaborate, how much of that spectacle is the artist willing to front the bill for versus the venue? And when ticket prices are astronomical these days, is it fair for fans to expect a certain level of visual production value for their money? Should artists take it upon themselves to provide the best experience possible, even if the venue charges extra for certain equipment? It's a complex issue with valid perspectives on both sides. As a fan, I can understand wanting the best concert experience for the price. But as an artist, I see how tours have to balance production costs with revenue to turn a profit. So, both Taylor and Beyoncé have been praised for putting on amazing shows this tour cycle. Sure, maybe Bey could have turned on a few more video board screens for those in the back, but I have no doubt she still put on an incredible performance. This is just one of the many factors that go into mounting massive stadium tours nowadays. It requires so much coordination between the artist, their team, and the venues. And when you have multiple A-list artists hitting the same places, comparisons are inevitable. What do you all think? Should artists foot the bill to use a venue's full production capabilities, even at high costs? Or is it okay to scale back on certain elements if the core concert experience remains strong? And what do you guys think of all this tour comparison? I'd love to hear your perspectives in the comments. So that's the latest buzz on Beyoncé and Taylor's worldwide tours. I'll be sure to update if any new details or statements come out around the stories. Make sure to like and subscribe for more entertainment and music news. Thanks for watching. See you next time.